to hear about Worlds, Mason?
Yes.
Something that we've talked about, I think, for years, and it's finally happening.
Ooh.
The Matrix is getting a reboot.
Of sorts.
That was the initial report.
Yeah.
And
I think people have said reboot just because it's the Matrix.
Yes,
Man,
very
that's
good.
the most appropriate thing to
Yeah.
say.
Are you surprised by this in any sense?
No.
Yeah.
It seems very soon. I mean,
2003 was the last one?
yeah, I know, still. It just feels very
That's
soon.
because Keanu Reeves hasn't aged.
It's because he hasn't aged because people keep talking about the Matrix.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Mm.
Yeah. When was the first one? 99. So by the time then, let's say it gets into production as soon as possible.
Uh-huh.
The soonest it'll be out was 2019, 2020. So it'll be 20 years since
yeah.
the best one.
Right.
And the only one in a lot of people's eyes.
Mhm.
There's some good animatrix stuff though.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah. But the thing is, for the Matrix, and they've talked now that the story is that it's not going to be a reboot. What you don't need to reboot it because
Yeah.
the world is so vast and goes in so many different directions and so many characters and there's so many aspects of that universe which remain unexplored.
Yes.
Like how they casually mention that there's werewolves and vampires and then never do anything with that.
Sure, right.
You know, and that's just one example of the kind of. Though, didn't you say one of those twins might be a werewolf or something?
No, the twins are ghosts.
Right.
And the guys that Neo fights in that weird stairway situation,
Right, yeah,
they're vampires and werewolf. But they don't exhibit any of the powers,
No.
but they're meant to be vampires and werewolves because they're
Disagree.
indestructible. All right, fine. All right, whatever. But yeah,
I'm not saying that wasn't their intention,
right.
but disagree.
But I feel a reboot would be a mistake.
Absolutely, it would. And the thing is, as well, you can set it in any point in time. You could set it 20 years after the last.
That's what I'm
like
hoping
Neo's
for.
still in the source of the Matrix, and he comes out. He doesn't
Yep.
even have to be in it at all,
Correct,
really.
yeah.
But the story goes that they want to bring in Michael B. Jordan, and they're going to do a young Morpheus movie, which I don't think is probably the best direction to take this.
Ah.
I just think why go back? Because you know where his story kind of leads.
That's true, yeah.
And it'll be about him getting out of the Matrix and whatever, and then
Yeah.
like assimilating with Zion and all that. But we saw that with Neo.
Exactly.
I know he's not the same as Neo because he's not the same level of power.
Uh-huh.
But what story are you telling there? you know?
Exactly. And also it'd be difficult to do, because we know what the Matrix is.
Yeah.
Like, that was the leading up to the Matrix. We didn't even going into the cinema. We didn't know what it was,
Right.
really.
Yeah.
And but now that's it. But now it's a trope. It's like
Yeah.
we're all in a machine reality and blah blah blah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we can't be surprised again if they reboot it. Then we can't be surprised because we know what the Matrix is.
Right,
And
exactly.
if it's a prequel, we know where. Yeah, exactly what you said. We know where Morpheus' story goes. What can we do except give him a love interest that dies?
Right. Yeah.
Or we
he
can't.
meets Little Tank.
He meets Little Tank. Exactly. We can't. You can't give him any supporting characters that aren't gonna live to the next movies. And be surprised when they all die, kind of thing.
That's
So,
exactly it.
I don't know.
And
It's got to be a sequel, in my humble opinion.
I happen to agree with you, Mason,
Mm-hmm.
because that is also my opinion. Here's a question though: do you set it in the peak of society, the year 1999?
Yeah, okay.
Which, since we're past that year,
Mm-hmm.
everyone knows the peak of society was 2003. But do you? So it was a
Yeah,
great year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't really remember. Fever for the Flavor, was that year? I don't
Hot-
know.
The band Hot Action Cop,
Yeah.
maybe. Wow, that's a blast from the past.
Boy,
what happened
is it-
there? Did you have a seizure?
I
and
did have a
come up
seizure,
with
yeah.
a weird band from the early 2000s? Amazing.
But what was I going to say? Yeah, I'd like to see it like they recreate 99. So the Matrix is always 1999.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, okay.
Because why would they then go, oh no, the peak of society was 2017? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think you use the old technology, use the phone booths, the flip down phones, which you used to have. You had that exact phone.
I didn't have the exact one.
You had the exact phone.
didn't
You
have
told
it.
everybody it was the exact phone, Mason.
It was full of lies.
You had it on a little gun
I had a
holster,
little
didn't
gun
you?
holster,
Did you
yeah.
really?
Probably.
I don't think you did.
All right.
You
Yeah,
big old nerd.
yeah, it was pretty
Was
good.
it a good phone?
Yeah.
Mm.
You could browse the web in the most limited way possible. You could get some emails.
No, you could. Surely.
You could get emails.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How much did that cost you? How much?
Too much.
how
I'm
much-
still paying it off. And yet I could just smash this iPhone on this table, get a new one tomorrow for nothing. How's that work?
But yeah. So yeah, what do you think though? Do you set it in 99?
I think you have to.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the machines have built a realistic timeline of the universe.
Right,
and
yeah.
and they've assembled, like, I think maybe the version of the Matrix is what they think. I don't know. Is that what they think all of society was at that point?
Potentially.
Something?
I don't know. And the other thing is, if you did set it in another year, would it be like, oh, they're just trying out a different year to see if the results are different for the participants of the Matrix?
Oh, yeah, okay.
If you can tweet and vlog, does that make you
Right.
happier than being in 99 where you can only listen to Blink-182 and Hot Action Cop?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
yeah, I don't know. I just think it'd be cool to the kind of way that they've been able to recreate the aesthetic of Star Wars for Rogue One.
Uh-huh.
Why not just try a similar?
You know what?
similar
I
thing?
think they're gonna have. I think they'd have to put it in the modern day. I know it maybe doesn't make any sense
Mm.
that they move the timeline along
in the fictional
in the fictional
reality,
universe, but
yeah.
also I think it'd just look really dated.
right?
I think if you bring it back to 1999, and I don't know what other. I don't know.
Because it's also not really 99. Like the cars are different.
Yes,
the
they're kind of
technology's a
they're
bit
kind of weird
off.
1940s car. Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
Also, I think I've mentioned this before. I would like to see them. They have to, if you want to escape from the Matrix, you have to do a funny Snapchat. You know what I mean? You have to put a dog filter on and draw some funny lines and a little caption. Be like, and put up the little banner. It's like escaping from the Matrix, lol. And then you send it out, and like a certain number of people have to read it, and then you escape from the Matrix. I think that'd be good.
So in a way,
a truck's coming at you, and you're like, oh god.
So in a way, it's easier than finding a phone booth.
Yeah.
But you're also relying on people enjoying.
It's
what you're out
exponentially
for.
more difficult. Also, yes.
That's amazing. What else we got?